Welcome back to Studio Life, everybody. Today we're looking at version 2 of AP Mastering's Curvature compressor. Let's find out, is it? So yeah, AP Mastering are back. They listened to the feedback from everybody pretty much. And you know, some of the things I said were what a lot of people said, were basically along the lines of the interface was quite confusing, not easy to get going with it, and a little bit puts you off just because none of the controls were particularly intuitive. There were several screens within the plugin, all of which were a little bit, what do we do? And it's like click and twist and move faders and hope for the best kind of thing. And there was a lot of random, you know, excessive kind of squeaks and howls and things which were a bit freaky. So it was like, can we turn this thing into something that is more usable and more friendly? And he's listened and he's done just that. So let's have a look. As you can see from the interface, the main screen, or as he calls it, what does he call it? The analog, or the classic, was it retro? I can't remember what the screen's called, but this one with the knobs at the bottom. Sometimes it's just one knob if that's all it needs for that particular algorithm. Sometimes it's two. There's an input and an output sometimes. They sometimes don't do what you expect. I've messed around with it, you'll see in the demo. Sometimes when you turn the input up, the level goes down and then it freaks out. It still does the odd freaky things, and be aware. But I much prefer this interface. It's way more inviting. You just click on the different algorithms, twist the knob, see what you get. Yeah, it encourages you to dive further once you've got used to using it with the basic functions. So that's a really good move. I'm sure Whitesea will go mental with the wooden ends and the screws and stuff, but I like it. I think it looks pretty good. What else has he added? So he's added a look ahead setting. That's on the second screen, or is it the third screen? You can add a look ahead now, which is a nice feature to have for a compressor, especially as a plugin. There's no reason to not have it, so that's pretty cool. He's also added a brick wall limiter. Again, when you use that on this screen with the knobs, that just gives you one knob. You just crank it up. A useful algorithm to have. He's also added quantum, which is another crazy one based on some quantum physics. Science, don't really understand how it equates to audio, but it does some mad stuff. Again, like I mentioned last time, it's probably more suited to sound design and creating stuff rather than engineering as such. What else can I tell you about it? I just think it's better. It's not a new plugin, it's the same plugin made easier to use with a few updates. So this isn't going to be a long video, that's basically it. But I think he's done a good job in putting it into a place where people are going to be more likely to get it, just because it looks more like a regular plugin now. This main screen, it invites you to get involved, and I think that's a good idea. What else can I tell you about it? The demo is still white noise. I think that's something at some point he should try and fix. It's just annoying, just drives me nuts, demos like that. I just want a number of days where it works and it doesn't do anything weird. So that would be something to fix still, I think. Price wise, it's €49, which I think is a pretty fair price for a compressor. If you've already bought it, the previous version, this is just a free upgrade. So that's cool, you can't complain at that. Nice quick update for things that people fed back they wanted to see improved. So yeah, I think that's a good thing to do. Just in the middle of the edit and realised I forgot a couple of important things. Firstly, it doesn't scale. It's an all right size on the screen, but it's really nice when you can scale plugins, so that would be a good addition. Another little downside is that whenever you click between the different algorithms, a lot of the buttons, when you click them, there's an audible pop. I know that's tricky to fix sometimes, but that could do with fixing because sometimes it's a bit much. Anyway, that was all. Back to the review. Star rating. I'm going to go with 3 stars again. I would have bumped it up to 4. The demo thing really bugs me. I'm sorry, it just does. I also still think that although it looks better and is more inviting to use, the usefulness of it is really only going to come into play for certain kinds of people. It's still not the kind of thing I'm going to reach for when I want to compress a drum bus or I want to compress a vocal. It's just not going to become something that is part of my toolkit. Do you know what I mean? It's something that I might reach for if I'm creating, if I'm at the production stage and I want to do something wacky. this is going to be a good place to go for some really different kind of compression. But it's not in my go-to, so I think it's got to lose a star for that. But 3 stars, very respectable, not shit, great sounding. Once you've got it to do what you want it to do, you can't argue with it. He obviously is very passionate about what he's built here. You know, to be able to mess with the sidechain so much, to be able to get stuck in and change everything to the nth degree, you know, it's great. If that's what you want from a plugin, then this is something you should definitely look at. While I'm here, before we get to the demo at the end, somebody last time commented, what's the point of testing this out on a track that's already compressed? Just for avoidance of doubts, the tracks that I test things on at the end, all 3 of them are live arrangements running in Logic. It's not just a WAV, it's not stereo WAV, it's not been bus compressed. When I'm testing things on the stereo bus, there's nothing else on the stereo bus. It's just going to be this. So yeah, I don't know why he thought it was already compressed and already treated. The individual elements are treated, but it's not going through any bus processing unless I'm testing some out. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoy the demo at the end. If you could like the video, that really helps. If you could subscribe to the channel, that helps even more. You could follow my Instagram, which is Mixdown Mastering, see what I get up to in here all week. There's also the Studio Life website where we've got the top 5 plugins, and there's information about courses on mixing and mastering and a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, demo's coming up now. See you next time. Adios.
you're calling my